Alright, how we doing, folks? Your boy Marcos 18205 numbers after the name. Finally getting up here some Modern Warfare Remastered footage, man. Shout outs to the captain for sending me the capture card. My capture card actually blew out last week. Just stopped working out of the blue. Didn't really, I think it ended up being a connection, honestly, with the box itself, because it just wasn't. Anytime I try to hook it up to the computer, it just wasn't detecting it. I changed literally all the HDMI cables, all the input cables, changed them. Didn't do anything, didn't work. So shout out to the captain for hooking me up with a bad boy. This one's actually better than my other one, even though it doesn't have to record my N64 stuff or any of the AV stuff. I guess the new ones just don't have that. So that'll be a little bit interesting when I get to that point where I have to record that. I might not be able to. Tight Tuesday, games that come down to the limit, to the wall, to the wire. I'm really looking forward to, man, especially coming in here with Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered. On Tight Tuesdays, I don't really want to talk too much about general topics. I kind of really want to talk about the gameplay. You know, I'm not doing that good of a job right now with this. Oh, we got a phone call. That's exactly why I text people and let them know that I'm recording my videos. I lost my train of thought. My apologies over here. This is actually a pretty important phone call. I'm actually recording this today, Tuesday. The polls are like just closing up over here. I think this girl's asking me if I want to go vote with some nonsense. People don't even know that I can in this country. Either way, though, Tight Tuesday. I really want to focus on the gameplay, strictly on the gameplay, not really discuss any of the subjects over here. So in this case, we're playing Modern Warfare Remastered. Caveat here, just a little quick synopsis. You're not gonna hear me talk too much about Infinite Warfare. I played it for like about an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's kind of how I play it. I like it more than the beta, but don't really have anything too crazy to say about it yet. But Modern Warfare Remastered, now that I'm all in, because this game is just, I mean, if you like the original Modern Warfare, then you're gonna like this game. If you didn't like the original Modern Warfare, then you're probably not gonna like this game. So that's kind of how it goes over here. We're on Bog over here. Bog's kind of a wild map, honestly. I actually just beat the campaign mission where it takes place on, which is pretty wild as well. The campaign mission, you can push through over here, these like doors on my right, and that was just wild. It's kind of about map control. It's kind of about really looking at the spawns. You know, there's kind of two main spawns, obviously. One's back here where I just spawn behind these buildings over here, even though I kind of spawned in a little bog, I guess, for lack of a better word, a little swampish area. But behind these two buildings, and the other one's across the walls over there. Sniper heaven, very big open map. So there's a lot going on. You kind of have to watch your six at all times, and you kind of have to watch ahead and behind. You have to have like ears and eyes everywhere you go. This is kind of one of my initial classes over here. I'm using the M4 carbine. I really like the M4 carbine. I like the M16 probably more than. Let me put it this way. I like the M4 a little bit more than the M16, but I do realize that the M16 might be one of the better ones, one of the better guns in the game. And in this case, I'm using the M4. I was actually just trying to play around with it, trying to mess around and see if I like the silencer, give that a go. And I don't think I'll take off the red dot, honestly. There's not too much in terms of creating a class that I could give you at this point. I kind of, in this case, just use the M4, red dot, the 3 tacks. I'm using Jug. I mainly put Jug on, especially on a map like this, to survive the snipes. A lot of snipes in this game. One shot, one kill with Jug at least gives me that chance to survive over here. And I kind of find Jug, I find Jug more useful in stopping power. And if I don't use Jug, really, I kind of use Ghost. It's kind of my other go-to. And you'll see at some point I'm going to put you guys some vacant gameplay where I use SMGs. It's a little bit closer map, so I like to use the MP5 on that map. Hopefully AK-47U, whatever, I like that bad boy. And I run Ghost there, and I run a suppressor on it. So I'm kind of literally off the grid over there. And it's kind of a big deal in this game because of the 3, 5, 7 streak. So over here I got a guy flashed, cook a little nade at him, come stand over here, pop him. You can also just shoot him through the wall over there as well. I'm using Deep Impact. I always use Deep Impact on my classes. I think that's why you'll see me get so many of those puncture medals. Always use Deep Impact. I like to shoot through everything in this game, especially when people think that they're in cover. There really isn't anything in this game that's too much cover. Like, there isn't anything here that's so much cover that you just can't like shoot through. For the most part, you can. Like this tank, for example, you probably can't. But for the most part, everything's thin enough where you could shoot through. And I think people don't really take that into account when trying to dodge, when trying to hide in this game often. And, you'll see over here a lot in the building side over there. I'll shoot through those guys. Like, they're standing behind those things. And although it's cover, although it's better, and although if they aim, guess what? They could probably get a headshot off on me. I'm still trying to, make sure I get that puncture over there. Headshot's also key, like in any Call of Duty over here. And I really like the ding sound effect that it comes over here. So 50-44. We've taken the lead over here. This game goes to 75, playing a little TDM. Nothing too crazy over here. I've really only played TDM on this game. I'll play Dom a little bit. I want to try Kill Confirmed, honestly, as well. I haven't gotten a chance to, but TDM is kind of where I'm going. I'm looking. See an easy kill over here. Poor aim, unfortunately. But that guy was kind of aiming down the middle, and that's one of the things you want to keep in mind in Bog. Sometimes you don't really have to think north and south sometimes on Bog. Like, it's okay to think east and west, as in, when I see a target who's to the right or to the left of me, oftentimes I'll try to go for that guy instead of going for the guy that might be gunning for me. I'm not interested in having fair, I'm never really interested in having fair gunfights in Call of Duty, period. I'm always interested in having gunfights that I'm going to win, and Bog, it kind of lets you pick and choose that over there. When I got that kill, I could have just gone and looked at the middle map and try to fight somebody with me, but I saw that guy was gunning for the middle of the map, and I'm like, you know what, he ain't paying attention to me, let's pop him over here. Spawns are also kind of crazy on Bog, and rightfully so. You know, we're kind of all hopping into each other's spawns at all point over here, especially when people are moving. If people are sniping, like if this team were just sitting back there, which happens often, if this team were just sitting back there sniping from one side, popping, we might not flip spawns the whole game. Unless someone breaks through the other side. This has been kind of an open way of playing Bog, and you got to take that into account when playing Bog. Really, there's two Bogs to me when I play it. There's the closed one that, you know, it's just sniper on sniper on sniper, and I spend most of my time trying to shoot with an assault rifle because I don't really snipe too much. And then there's the Bog where we're kind of running around all crazy, and we kind of got a little bit of in between over here. So they called in the chopper. We're down 2 over here, so I'm trying to push into the building. There's 2 ways of handling the chopper. I've kind of did it both ways. You can either take it down. I have a class, an anti-air class to take it down. Or you kind of just play through it. And more often than not now, I'm playing through it. Because in terms of taking it down, I'm not really that good with the RPG. I'll hit it, but I'm not that great with it. And oftentimes, I'll just catch myself that I've died more trying to take down the chopper than I will playing through it. So we're coming a lot over here. We managed to come back. Got the final kill cam. Got the W. Tight Tuesday. Expect a lot more. I definitely expect a lot more Modern Warfare Remastered. I'm not sure how much Infinite Warfare we're going to throw on here. I will throw it on at some point, but not sure how much we're going to do that. But Modern Warfare Remastered, we all in, baby. Your boy Marcos 102, CO5 numbers after the name.